Good morning, good morning. I'm Rosboundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And yes, I've only just managed to get here within a 5-minute time frame after the usual 8 o'clock start. Not techie issues. I did have a lovely sleep in and only just woke up, so hence shuffled through hair, washed face, clothes on, and here I am. It's lovely to see you all. And we've got Corinna here with us this morning. And we've got Keza as well. Good morning. Oh, wow. Yes, it's lovely to be here. And this is the Psychic Online website and the rosboundy.com.au website. Here we go. Shall we get to the cards? It's a beautiful morning outside. Well, there is some clouds, so I don't know whether we're still going to have some wet weather or cool weather or it's going to warm up. I asked Alexa and she said it's only going to be 13 and at the moment it's only 11, so it's probably only going to be a cool day and more than likely getting to be a little bit, possibly cloudier and stormier. Who knows? I don't listen to weather forecasts because over the years I've learnt, well, they're never really exactly right. So let's just experience the day as it comes. Let's go over to the cards now, tap into and connect with your spiritual guides. Now, here we go with what cards have I chosen this morning? Oh, I haven't got a pointer. I must have left my iPad out in the lounge room last night. I watched a really good movie. Loved it. I did turn the TV on. It was 4 days without it. Bliss. Pixie's Astounding Lenormand deck. It's been a long time since we've done this one. We've got the 4 cards in the fan spread. I thought that's an easy one to actually start to continue on with. I might change it tomorrow being a Sunday. I don't know. And this is the actual guide card that comes with it. Guide book. So I really, I felt this morning that I might just take the meanings of these from this guidebook this morning. I haven't been doing that as much, like with the new deck, definitely as far as the fairy tale one goes, because that's got so much different nuance in it. I don't expect this will have a great deal different to what the Gilded Reverie does, and you know that the Lenormand in general will show us in their meanings. So let's get going with it. Now we do have I thought what I might do too, just came to my mind as I'm pointing to, leaving that there, I might just, where are they? I've got a new deck, a new system, a new tea leaf reading set, and it comes with, see the charms, lovely little, well, you can't actually in there. I thought I might just pull out one of them from the top to leave. Oh, well, it's got 2 of them from the top. We've got mushroom and the cat. We'll just leave them. Oh, look, I'll do 3 because I like 3 things in 3s. Oh, and the chair. There we go. That gives you something a little bit different to look at, doesn't it? Beautiful. Now, just added little meanings, isn't it? Mushroom, chair, cat. I have got a guidebook that goes with it that gives an indication of what they mean too, because with the charms I'm not as familiar with those either. So let's go ahead with what the cards mean. Now in the fan spread, remember that this cross is being supported and clarified by the tower, the lady and the fox. So today I'm going to read it from the cross first. So this is the main strength of what the cards are about today. It is the cross. The focus is the cross. So being card 36 and going from this guide, oh God, just have a look at this. I mean, it is in Roman numerals here, but they're a little harder to actually look up in the book. Right. It's saying, now this one's got little headings that's called card energy. I will show it to you. Most, I think, are tending towards that style of guidebook. It's very hard to hold open. It's a glued binding. I'm not sure what the fairy tale one was. Should take note. Sometimes they are a stapled one in the folded over half. Anyway, negative. This card's meant to have a negative energy. See, I don't take any notice of negative, positive. It's what you feel. Keywords are burden, destiny, end, grief, hardship. Oh, karma. It goes over the page. Karma, pain, religion, religious person, sorrow, suffering, a test or challenge. My goodness, there's a lot of meanings, keywords in that one. It's a short little full meaning though. The cross is a heavy card of grief and suffering. This card denotes long periods of hard work for little payoff. Old regrets come back to haunt you when you might be presented with new challenges and hardships. If the cross is to the right or to the left, it will affect the cards in a negative way. It will show if you're already in the hardship or if it's coming. That's in the grand tableau. Well, me, I just take the cross as being trust and tending towards what your beliefs and your faith is in whatever way that means. So this is for me what it is, and it can mean all of those other keywords, no doubt. But for me, because I just do intuitive, so for me in today, that's what it is actually meaning. It is trust. What is your faith? Your belief system. You were brought up with certain beliefs and understandings, and as we grow and mature as to who we are in ourselves, those change, and they're going to bring about what is actually our karmic path. The karma is quite true. So let's see, we'll relieve this burden, because I do believe it's releasing and letting go of responsibilities you no longer need as well. That you don't, it's not yours to be taking on anymore. Give them over. So there we go with the cross. Now this is supported by the Tower, and I do have Shaz has come in. Good morning. How are you, Sharon? You're up with a coffee. Oh, before I was. And I don't have a coffee, I'm having tea lately. And good morning, Michaela. Lovely to have you. Yes, you did miss the weather report. I did say it, so you might have to replay just the start again. And yeah, sunny there. Oh, wow. Oops, the sunshine's just popped out here as well. That's a synchronicity, isn't it? So nice to have you here. Now we're going to look at the Tower, which is number 9. Oh, God. This little booklet page is really difficult to X1X. God, I'm not quite sure that I quite like finding these in the Roman numerals, and I haven't memorized the order of the cards at any point in time. So I've got no idea. So it's number 19. I know that. That's 21. So I've got to go back to that one. Here we go. The Tower. You will replay it, Michaela? Cool. Now, this is a positive card. And it's at the beginning of this support. So positive. Keywords: ambition, arrogance, authority, borders, bureaucracy. Oh, they've got a long list of keywords. My goodness. Corporation, confinement, conglomeration, dogma, ego, franchises, government, guidance, rules, high self-esteem, higher education, imprisonment, isolation, law, limitations, loneliness, official, protection, school, separation. Oh my goodness, that can mean a lot of things, can't it? The full meaning of the card that they're giving here is a card of stalwart institutions and structure. Here are the great buildings in our lives with, such as hospitals, libraries, courthouses, schools, museums. The Tower represents places with large structures and expansive networks of people. So things to do with the government or military are signified, as well as things to do with justice and higher education. So it's just saying some connections there. They actually give some examples if they're close to anything, and the examples don't do that. There you go. Oh, good heavens. They expand on that. Have a look at this. See, they've got little things like that. Here. Bear and Tower, but it's in categories. Love, career, timing, and image origins. The wall and the Tower here are taken from the Ten of Pentacles card. Oh, it's just explaining how the artwork was done. Well, goodness, the little guidebook's an interesting one there, isn't it? And let me go. If it, excuse me, if it's love, this is a serious and powerful relationship with a firm foundation. If it's career, it's a high-ranking position, a working environment that allows you to advance. Timing, it's 19 days or 17 weeks. And the timing can sometimes be like this is card 19, so it can be 19 weeks or whatever. Or it could be even brought down to just the numerology, as in 1 and 9 is 10, 10 is 1. So it could be 1 week, 1 month, that type of thing. It just depends how you like to do timing on things. I just take it sometimes as being the intuitive sense of when timing is, yes, it's to those numbers, but I break it down to numerology. So that's the Tower. It is the institution of some sort. The lady in this deck is, I've got to move over a bit. It's a neutral card, and either of the gender cards are neutral cards. And it's used to represent, if you're the one asking the questions, it's usually used to represent you as the querent, but it's someone that has female presence in your life. And that's all it really means in the card deck, in the guidebook. Not much more explanation. It's a lady, it's a woman. And here we have the fox. So that is number 14. Got to go back. Goodness gracious. Not that easy to hold this book open. I'm just trying to find it. No, that's the mice. What is it? X1V. X. Oh, I haven't gone back far enough. X1V. So 14. I can read the Roman style, but oh my goodness, the fox got lots of stuff here. Goodness gracious. Negative card, technically. The keywords are clever, con artist, crafty, cunning, deceitful, deduction, detective, spy, dishonest, employee, smart, fraud, intelligent, hunting, prankster, quick-witted, resourceful, shifty, shrewd, sly, theft, trap, treachery, trickery, witty, troublemaker, unconventional, undercover. A lot of them there. The full meaning they give is the fox is primarily a card about your 9 to 5 job. It relates to a company job rather than freelance or self-employment. Look for the next workplace promotion or business opportunity. So being sly like a fox can be both good and bad, depending on if you are the fox or not. Yeah, of course it does. When this card's a person, it is a person in a reading. It's one of dubious character or one who's on the lookout for his own best interest over yours. So this is a person to watch out for and not to be trusted. Not to be trusted. Anyway, to the right, this can be a warning about going into a new situation, not being too trusting. To the left, it's when the card when the left of the card describing a person, this takes on a more adjectival role. Oh gosh, no, that's all of that's just too far. I can't be bothered with that. Like I said, I take my way of interpreting more intuitively than this. And so the same thing with the timing. It's a 14 card, so it's either 5 or you could take it as the 4 when you break down the 1 and 4 is 5. So, yeah, it'd be 14 or 5, whichever you like to do. Now, I'm not going to go into all the origins of the fox, although this one's actually interesting. Does anyone want to hear that one? The origins of the fox. Good morning, Kat. Lovely to have you here as well. Because it's almost like one of the fairy tales. This is one of the cards I refer to as the Sinister Seven because Pamela Coleman Smith never drew a fox. Creating the image was quite a challenge. I don't know who Pamela Coleman Smith is. It was Mademoiselle Lenormand who was the first creator of Lenormand, but I have no idea whether she drew her own cards or not. No idea. Might do some looking up for that. Not an issue. Right, so I'll put that guidebook down and let's just summarise these because to me, we're here with that trusting element, like being able to trust. It's more faith. What are your belief systems and what you've brought forward from when small and brought up with your parents, belief system, I suppose, you know, that the way that you were raised to who you are now and what you yourself have grown into in have you a system, or it's just, for me, it's growing and having grown into being more connected in the spiritual sense, taking forward that is the intuitive side. I won't call it the psychic side. I think it's just we're so used to so many different labels. There's just so many different labels, and I just like to feel it as being the unconditional love and trusting on from that point of what you feel within. So this for me is what it is. Yes, and it is because it's the last card of the Lenormand original deck. It is a completion and something that's possibly, if it's an event that's happening today, it's part of a completion of part of your karmic pathway or anything. We have so many different ways that we're living our lives, aren't we? Different stages and roads we walk, pathways, all sorts of things. So we are involved with the bigger institutions today with more of that mature, that feminine energy. So it's, for me, feeling like it's going to be a little more nurturing with that softness of touch. If it's going to be, whether it's legal or whether it's hospitals or that type of thing, that sort of bigger building dynamic impact on our life type of thing, and how we ourselves are moving through that process, being able to be aware of watching out for that is, I wouldn't call it the sneaky sly fox type thing, but the manipulation and what can happen if we are not aware of it. And I think we need to be bringing our own due diligence in how we discern what is happening for us for the forward part of today. Have that awareness, open it up to, be connecting with spirit as much as you can for that guidance as we take that energy of, it's almost like a sixth sense that whenever you're around other people, that you have that openness of energetic connection that you can know when you're being conned or not, that type of thing, and so that you can know that the system itself can be the problem in how our law, so much of it's broken, as far as the medical system, as far as the legal system, as far as services that are provided from government can be broken in the type of thing. Because I work in NDIS and I'm seeing in that industry now, learning so much, never having been involved with disability services and that before, and it really is an eye-opener as to what level of manipulation or different ways of interpretation there can be, and how there are people who are ripping the system off and everything. Be wary, be careful. Are you doing this, or is someone doing it to you? Have that centeredness, though, of gentle compassion and understanding as you are experiencing these two at the side as you're moving through your day. I think what these charms are giving us here as a bit of support too is take the time to actually sit and contemplate, think what is, and feel into what's happening in your situation today as well. Don't be like the mushroom growing in the dark. It's time to really reveal the true beauty of the mushroom, because they are so delicious to eat and everything. But you don't, and some aren't, of course. But it's revealing self and standing, coming out of that dark and really coming out to play. Now, I do want to see if I've got the guidebook to have a look at the cat. So I'm just going to get that. And this is the card deck, the new card system that I'm referring to. I don't know if the charms are part of this. No, hang on, let me have a look. I don't even know if there's a cat in it. Does she have I'm not sure if there's even an index in this one. I might do something with this tonight. No, I don't think there's an index of pages where these are described. And it's certainly not in alphabetical order. It's a very ad hoc type of a guidebook. And here's the one. Found the one for the charms. Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's a cat. Oh, look at that. Right smack in the middle. There we go. A cat is about comfort, contentment, female friend. So be careful though and this is the treachery thing. It's also got for the negative. So this is where I like to just round it out. Don't label them. They're not positive or negative. They're just energies. So comfort, contentment, female friend, treachery, two-faced, deceit, hidden agenda, untrustworthy, dishonest, aloof in nature. Can't they be aloof in nature? They're beautiful creatures, though, cats, aren't they? And love yours too, Shaz. So here we go. It is letting us know that we need to just be wary, sit and contemplate. Don't do too much action. I might actually read because the chair itself is comfort, restful time for a break as well. So someone leaving your life, loneliness, abandonment, emptiness. So combination of things. You just want it. I'm taking the top one as far as it. For me, sitting in a chair, it can be work and it can be rest. So depends on the type of chair. Pick a comfortable one. Let me just see if I can quickly find the mushroom. Ah, yes, this one is actually in alphabetical order, so that's a bonus. And that is growth, resilience, and cleansing. It can also be the poison, toxic, hidden, insignificant setbacks, obsessive compulsive disorder, drugs, and things like that. Well, we do know there can be that sort of component in mushrooms. The drug part, never experienced it, thank God, accidentally or intentionally. But it's just that there feels to be, and that it's time to have a bit of contemplation around. I think what is happening around our own trust factors, around our own sense of, wariness. I think of what are the institutions that we have in our lives, that the government in any form, and that type of thing. But this is the central part. It really is that feminine, the lady, the mothering, the intentional nurturing, I think, of what is our beliefs, our um, faith. Wonderful energy there, especially supported by those little charms. In whatever way that's meant something for you today, I hope it is a blessing as you move through your day. In whatever way, whatever things you're doing, whatever activities and purpose that you might have, or just the purpose of being a relaxing Saturday and the relaxing Sunday tomorrow, just in case I don't get to doing a live stream. I do intend to, so don't be worried. I do intend to, but we know that sometimes a Sunday has been missing. Thank you for being here and sharing with me. And Joe, you're mentioning resonates for you today. You've been a house pet sitting for a friend in hospital. She came back okay, but now back in, and decision has been made for a little elderly dog. Across the Rainbow Bridge, I know that feeling. Pray my friend will improve. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe, for sharing that. And from Corinna, a thank you. And from Michaela, a beautiful row of emojis. I love those beautiful namastes and hearts. Butterfly today. Beautiful. Thank you. And yes, I do hope that the puppy dog will cross really easily, with ease, once that occurs. It's sad, but knowing that they have the release from physical bodies that, anyway, won't go into that. I know that feeling of sadness, but it is also release for them too. So thank you again for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep being the best you too, by the way. Namaste.